Hey everyone, this is week 15, man. Week 15, man. This season's kind of going by pretty quick. The Fantasy Cookout with your boys, Marque Wright, Mr. Proclaimed College Football Aficionado. You know, hey, the playoff games coming up, man.
Hey man, wish I was a part of it, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. Go dog, go dog, go dog.
Whoa, did not expect that one. Didn't expect that one. Keep it in the South.
Bama first, SEC second. Go dogs.
What if Auburn was
I said it was
there?
Auburn. I feel
I
but
knew
you
it.
know what? It depends on Auburn playing. If like Ohio State, then I'm had to go for Auburn
Oh
because
damn.
I just can't.
Oh,
So
you got scarred from the Ohio State game.
nah, they just in general.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
probably how
bet.
people feel about Bama fans. That's how I feel about Ohio State.
Oh yeah. That's why everybody's felt. Every client I talked to about the game, they're just like, "Yeah, I'm just glad Bama's not in anymore. It's okay, man. It's okay." And we got Mr. Trade for yourself over here, Mr. Davon Elder. Catch him every Wednesday at 7 Eastern on all platforms. He's streaming live, dropping knowledge. Hey, he's trying to get you paid in this market, man. You can always make money in any market. You just got to know how to trade.
I'm telling you, man, this is crazy, man. I can't believe I've been doing this for an entire year, man. Almost an entire year. Okay,
Yeah.
like just come on over, man. Trade for yourself, man. You know where to find me, man. You know where to find me.
Yep. Always dropping knowledge. I mean, hey, you want that wisdom, and he's giving you value. Just go over there and check him out. Wednesdays at 7 Eastern on YouTube. But I'd like to thank everyone, all our subscribers, everyone who's subscribed and joined on to the Fantasy Cookout. Man, I met some real cool cats at the Hall Mat, which is Holiday Matsuri in Orlando. Everybody in the con community, there's so many people who's interested in fantasy football. And I was like, oh wow, I did not know this. It's I'm like, hey, this could be a move, man. It's like, trying to get, more college players into the fantasy world and dropping gems. Especially because we were watching that Vikings Colts game and I was just like well, we gonna talk about that one later. And if you know anybody who's interested in fantasy football, hey, put them on our content. We're gonna be going throughout the off season. We're gonna be talking about players that we love, different draft picks, especially once the NFL draft happens. We're gonna let Mr. Marque Wright over here, the aficionado, start
Can't wait for
dropping
the draft.
gems. Yeah, you love it. I know, man. That's your thing. You always look forward to it every year.
Always.
Every year. So hey,
I
this is gonna be the
might
first.
I might take a day off for the draft this year. I might take a day off for the draft.
Hey, we gonna have to stream it. We gonna have to stream it because I just want to see like your reaction to some of the picks and some of the places that players go. Because
I think we'll get together, man. We'll get together for the draft. We'll talk about it offline.
oh yeah, that'd be a move.
Plenty of time for that. We got plenty of time for that.
Hey, it comes out quick though, man. Life moves quick. But
Yeah.
let's keep it pushing. Hey, let's talk about our week 15 games of the week. So I'll let you guys go first. I think Titans and Chargers was Devon's game of the week.
Yeah, man.
Don't tell us what your thoughts are, man.
This was it's a very close game, very tight game. I did feel that the Chargers would win this game. They did win the game. And it's so crazy because the Chargers won this game. The Dolphins actually lost their game. The Chargers had the tiebreaker over the Dolphins, so now they are over the Dolphins in the wild card spot. They have that tiebreaker. So that's something like I told you guys last week. I told you guys, hey, this is gonna happen, man. You might want to watch that as a possibility. So the one thing that kind of worries me about Tennessee, man, is Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is he's a little too inconsistent for me. The week beforehand he had 21 points. Now, he had 165 yards passing, one interception. Now, Derrick Henry, he had a monster game, yesterday. But Tannehill, he kind of worries me. I'm not gonna lie. I might, and this is gonna sound crazy. I might be starting him in one of my other leagues next week. It's a possibility. I don't know, man,
Is it that
because
bad, man? Is it getting that bad in that league?
dude. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, and you guys are gonna be like, look, I'm going to look in the waiver wire this week to see what I can get. But right now, I've got 2 quarterbacks on my roster. It's either gonna be Ryan Tannehill or it's gonna be Derek Carr. One of the two. Those are the 2 options at the quarterback position for me in my other league. So that's something I'm gonna be watching, man. But I'm really trying to figure out how the Chargers won this game with Herbert throwing 2 picks. Herbert throwing 2 picks. I can't believe that they were able to win this game, man. But it was a tight game. Look, man, like the Titans, they're 7-7. Like I said, they're regressing. Another team in their division is ascending, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
They're only 1 game back. Like I'm telling you, this was a big game in terms of seeding for the playoffs. So hey, just keep all this stuff in mind, man. Keep that stuff in mind.
Big facts. Big facts. I mean, look, Ryan Tannehill has been Ryan Tannehill. He's been hot and cold, but can't completely blame it on him. He doesn't really have the receiving core that he's used accustomed to because AJ Brown went off and he's thriving over there in Philly. And you really didn't have much beyond AJ Brown. He had Julio for a season, but Julio was a shell of himself, so he wasn't really Julio. And so, Ryan's been having to work with what he's got, and that's been Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry literally put the team on his back. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be interesting though to see if Jacksonville can get that last spot. You can see if they get a playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Marque, right? Let's look at your game, 49ers and Seahawks, with your boy Gino.
I actually changed my game. I was traveling, so I watched a different game. So we're gonna talk about that one. We're gonna talk about that. The Washington Giants. All right. So this game wasn't really a highly touted Sunday night game, let's be honest. No. But it had major implications just based on where they are. They both 7-5 teams. They both in the wild card. They're both in that wild card spot. They trying to slide to get to that last spot to get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Without the wild card. So it was needed. So basically what happened is Tyler Hinkey had the ball. He was in the end zone, got sacked by Kayvon Thibodeau, the man out of Oregon. Strip fumble, touchdown, 7-0. Washington was pretty much holding them really tight the whole game. But Tyler Hinkey, man, he wasn't having his best game, man. He got down toward the 4th quarter. He ended up running the ball, trying to do too much, fumble. Now they down again. They down by 7 points again. It was a back and forth game, really. But Washington had a chance to win the game, but it was a struggle bus from the offensive side of the ball.
You saying he didn't let his nuts hang like he usually do?
No, he didn't let them hang, man. Then it got to in the 4th quarter. Well, in the 4th quarter, got to 2 minutes left in the game. They were down. They were actually down by 8.
Yeah,
they had a chance to actually go up and at least tie the game and go to overtime. And actually, Brian Robinson actually got a touchdown to tie the game. Well, to put them down by 2.
Okay.
But they ended up calling it back because Terry McLaurin was check with the refs. They had to check with me to make sure I'm on the line. And then the ref said he was good. But after he scored a touchdown, the ref said, no, actually you weren't good. You was off the line. That's a flag. So it took the touchdown away. Lost 15 yards and ended up losing the game because of a bad call. It was a terrible call. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you see a receiver always go to the line, they always look at the referee and make sure, hey, am I good? I'm on the line or off the line? Because the referee has to check to make sure how many people are on the line at one time.
True that.
So he was off the line. And he was supposed to be on the line. Oh, he was on the line, but he was supposed to be off the line. So they got a penalty for too many men up. So
damn,
crazy. He lost the game.
That stinks, man. Well, it happens, man.
Yeah.
NFL.
But good luck for the Giants because now the Giants in a great position now. They had to worry about Washington. They passed that now. They won't play them again, so they're good now. They got the tiebreak over them. So whatever happens, they ahead.
But do you really want to see Washington playoffs? I mean, or
Well, I like their story, man. I like the story. I like Tyler Hinkie, man. I like his story, man. Because I mean, you gotta understand when he was at, I think he went to Florida State, but when he was at Florida State, man, he got hurt really bad when he was there.
yeah,
He wasn't expected to play football again, and then he kind of like he was on the practice squad for Washington Commanders and worked his way up. And every time he get in the game, man, he balled. They say out of the last 4 to 5 quarterbacks that's been the Washington Commanders quarterback, he has the best winning percentage.
really
Yes,
better than RG3.
better than RG3, better than Kirk Cousins.
Man,
So, yeah,
That's crazy.
didn't know that.
Crazy.
Hey, bringing the stats, man. Bringing the stats.
yeah.
All right. So I had the last game, and it was a great ass game. I ain't gonna even lie. I was watching it, Dolphins and Bills. Man, it was a juggernaut that I anticipated, man. It was the perfect rematch because they had that close game the last time. You know, they were the precursors to Tua having that, horrific injury. He got hurt in the previous Miami Bills game in Miami, and then the following week with the Bengals, he got concussed to a point to where they had to cart him off. But this rematch did not fail. It was in the snow. It was in Buffalo. Oh my goodness, man, Tua balling. Man, I saw he had one pass that was like perfect in Waddle's hands, in stride, and then Waddle just turned the afterburners on and just burnt the rest of the DBs. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful game. It was a beautiful game. The one thing I want to point out though is Marque's favorite tight end, Dawson Knox. Though he showed out. 8 targets, 6 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Man, he had 15.8 fantasy points.
It took 15 weeks. It took 15 weeks.
Yeah, it just took 15 weeks to warm up. Are you gonna be mad if he start like just going off now to G?
Well, I didn't drop him. I still have him, so he can go off, but fine with me. But it doesn't matter now because I'm not in playoff contention, so what difference does it make?
Yeah, but it's like, where was this Dawson Knox earlier this year? That was my biggest thing. It's like I was waiting for this Dawson Knox the whole year for you, but he never just showed up.
I guess fantasy wise, it sucks, but for his team, he come around the perfect time.
Yeah. Hey, playoffs. Hey, did Raheem Mostert, man, he earned his number 1 spot back. It was like that dude went the fuck off. 17 attempts, 136 yards, with 2 targets and 1 reception with 20 yards. Man, he had a pretty good game. It's like, I think he's kind of taking that spot back, even if Wilson comes back, he's going to be the main back. It's kind of like it's keep switching back between both of them. But I'm still on the point to where I think Mostert's going to probably get hurt again because he has a history. He can't be utilized like that. Davon, what you got to say?
Mostert, man, dude, Mostert. You see, Mostert, he's on my team, right? Yeah, you're on my team. You're on my team. Doing all this crazy stuff, going for 130 yards, 1 TD. Like, dude, I mean, dude, I ain't gonna lie, Mostert. You came in clutch for me when I needed a running back because I had to get a running back, and you were able to plug in and fill the holes, man. But come on, man, like
it's just too late. They showing up too late.
Look, man. Going back to Dawson Knox, y'all already know how I feel, man. Tight ends, man. Screw all of y'all. To be honest, I mean, guys, look at our league, man. The guy that is in last place in our league, do you know what tight end he has?
Travis Kelce.
So that tells me I don't need a tight end, man. It doesn't matter. Plug and play who I need to play, and that's it. That's it.
Draft strategy. Hey, it's a draft strategy, man.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. It's a draft strategy, but it stinks. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Look, Josh Allen showed his ass. He had 104 yards, 4 touchdowns, 77 rushing yards, 35.86 fantasy points, man. But he threw to a bunch of randos. He didn't even throw to Diggs. I was like, I have Diggs in the league that we're in. I was like, dude, Josh Allen's going off. Where's Diggs' numbers? It's like they just shut down Diggs.
He's trying to win. He's playing smart now. Playing playoff football now.
Shit, he wasn't playing smart. He putting his body on the line still. Dude, The
He
goal
trying to
line,
win,
the goal
he trying to
line
win the
touchdown
game,
that he
man.
made, he reached. I'm like, bro.
You got to win the game, man. I admire him for it.
I admire him for it too. I guess
Guys,
you know.
guys, I was tripping for a second. I was like, is that Cole Beasley on the field?
Yeah,
Is that Cole Beasley? Cole
Cole Beasley's
Beasley
on it.
is back at the wide receiver position for these guys. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Cole Beasley said he got tired. He was like the Tom Brady. He got tired of sitting at home. He's like, I could. He probably, you know how you know those men be like, man, I can do that. I still got that, didn't he? He looking like, that boy
Yeah,
ain't better
they
than
just
me.
saved him. They just saved him
Yeah,
for playoff. They saved him for the
yeah.
last push. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, it works, man. They don't believe in Isaiah McKenzie, man. He just Isaiah McKenzie hasn't showed up like they want him to. So they go back to old reliable Cole Beasley, man, the journeyman.
That's it.
All right, let's move on to some notable injuries for Week 15. So Lamar Jackson's still out, week to week. You know, we're gonna see how this all works out with this contract, man. Hey, I'm still on that fence of like, hey, they gonna use him. Like, man, you kind of banged up now.
He finna get franchise tag. That's all.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Yep. Russell Wilson's still out, but who cares?
Right.
Not even his own team cares.
They won without him.
Yeah, it's like not even his own team cares anymore. Colt McCoy, he's out. So, that's for the Cardinals. But, who else gonna play quarterback now? I think the Cardinals just need to clean house. They need to go and get rid of
They're gonna call you to play quarterback, I guess.
go off the street, go on the streets of Arizona and be like, hey, you can throw a ball.
Yeah, right.
Caleb Huntley tore his Achilles, man. Out for the season. That's running back for Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he had a bright future. He can come back now.
Yeah, I mean, tore Achilles is not a death sentence anymore like he used to be.
Right.
Yep. Denzel Mims, concussion. Ryan Tannehill, he hurt his ankle, but he came back in the Chargers game. Khalil Herbert might be back next week. Dave Montgomery might not have the sole possession of the running back touches, so we're gonna see how that goes. I don't want to talk about Courtland Sutton. He pissed me off. Dameon Pierce is out indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dameon Pierce is out indefinitely. So is Jonathan Taylor. I think he's out for the season. So, hey, if you're in the waivers, man, go and get Zach Moss. It looked like he had the bulk of the carries for the rest of that game. That was a sad game. Justin Jefferson, he got hit in his chest. But shit, he had an amazing comeback in that game, bro. Yeah, that dude is clutch. He's ultra clutch. He's like turbo mode on the old Sega Genesis. When you press that button, that's what Jordan Jefferson is. Mike White, ribs, day to day. Zach Wilson still exists, so that was a thing this week. Damian Harris pissed me off. Actually, the Bills, not the Bills, but the Patriots pissed me off because they waited to the very last minute to say if Ramondre Stevenson was actually going to play. And Ramondre Stevenson showed his ass this week. He was really good. Really, really good. We already talked about it. My MVP, Jalen Hurts, hurt his shoulder. He's day to day, but hey, he gonna play, man. He gonna play. They've been talking too much shit.
Oh, his shoulder hurt.
Come on, man. Don't even play me like that, man. Look, that's my quarterback. This is my quarterback.
Hey, look, man. I'm going to be watching the game with this guy right here. This guy, Marque, watching the game with this guy on Saturday. We're going to call you, Chris. We're going to watch this game together. We're going to be together, okay? And we're going to watch this game. Okay, we have to watch this game.
Yeah, of course we watch the Eagles game, huh? Oh man!
Stop hating, man. Stop hating. It ain't a good look. Dallas Goedert. What's going on? Dallas Goedert. He's got a shoulder injury. He's expected to be back for the Dallas game, just to shut them up because Philly got something to say. And then Kenny Pickett, he had a concussion. Mr. Trubisky started this week, but he's day to day. So we'll see what happens with Mr. Kenny Pickett. Now, then we got all the injuries out of the way. Let's get on to the real important segment. The $100 league. You know,
Should be
it's only
should be a short segment.
it definitely will be. Because there's only one team that's left in this league. But hey, I barely pulled it out. It was good enough for me. Pat Mahomes
Mhm.
saved me. Tua having Tua meeting his numbers, but it didn't exceed it. That saved me too. Even though he has a pretty good stat line. 234 with 2 passing touchdowns, one to Waddle and one to Tariq Hill. But it wasn't Pat Mahomes though. 336, 2 passing touchdowns, 33 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. I mean, Houston is. I don't know what Houston's trying to do. They just try to make themselves look good because they've been playing a lot of close games lately.
They playing with pride, man. That's what pride looks like.
Shit. I mean, I would have just laid down because they just trying to get your boy Bryce Young. Man, that's the ultimate lottery pick right there.
I don't know. It might not be so bad, right? If they play like this with no
I
quarterback. Imagine with a quarterback.
Yeah, and then they got Mechie. They'll have Mechie on top of
Yeah.
that. Nico Collins doesn't look too bad. Maybe Brandon Cooks with at right.
Trash.
No,
Okay, well, the Cookout crew has spoken. You're trash, Brandon Cooks. It's a wrap. They say it's a wrap. What killed me this week though was Diggs having a super pedestrian game, and I'm just gonna say the Miami coverage. They were all over him this week. So only had 8 points. Christian Kirk. I mean, I'm surprised he got that because I was worried for a second. He got those in late in the fourth quarter / overtime in that game, which that was funny. Dallas blew that game, boy. Dallas blew the fuck out of that game.
Mm.
Devin Singletary, he did all right. Najee, hey, Najee showing up. He's giving me double-digit fantasy points. One rushing touchdown for 86 yards. I'll take that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the Najee I was dealing with earlier this season.
Yeah.
Greg Dolch sucks. Mike Williams, of course I start him and he's ass. Chuba Hubbard. I mean, I just threw him in there because it's just a dart throw, and he did all right. You got me some. You got 57 receiving yards from 3 receptions. Nick Folk did his thing. I'll take that. Dallas defense was trash. I'm glad I don't even show that shit. And
They
then
put a number up there.
huh?
They didn't even put a number up there. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, they were bad. They were bad. But out of what I had to choose from, I say I did all right with the selections this week. So um, I'm glad they didn't start AJ Dillon because it looks like he's going to be on the roll today. He's already got 37 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and 2 receptions for 18 yards. All right. So, but hey, survive in advance, man. That's all I've
But,
been doing.
but,
Survive
but,
in
for,
advance.
but for giggles, go look at my team.
Oh,
Let's
you want
see.
to see your team?
Let's see the
Real
amount of
quick,
points.
real quick.
You ain't gotta go deep dive. Let's see the amount of points I got this week.
Let's see. Acknowledge me. There you go. 120, man. You would have won.
See what Davon had.
Let's
Had
see.
138.
Oh man, see,
Oh, damn. You know the number on top of you.
138, man.
Gino, pedestrian. Amrod, he did all right.
Look at those double digits. I never see that when I need to win.
Dalvin Cook, that's what 95 rushing yards, 4 receptions for 95 receiving yards. Man, he had one play, man.
He having a great season, man.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook, man. Hey, but that was part of comeback. That was part of comeback season they did on the Colts.
Yeah.
Latavius Murray actually showed up. Wow. 130 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Crazy. Dawson Knox, never. 18 points. Jerry Judy. Hey, Jerry Judy had a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then you had freaking Michael Pittman Jr. and Tyler Boyd. What the hell? They show up when you
They
least need
show when
them.
I don't need them.
Yeah, it's like it's too late. They show it's too late.
Too late.
Let's go look at VODs real quick. Let's go look at VODs real quick. What is that VOD?
Yeah, margin of
Oh,
safety.
I was
You got
gonna
more.
say
You got
they got you.
147.
Yeah, you had 147 points. My guy went damn. Yeah, Jared Goff, Juju. Everybody had double Christian McCaffrey, never drafted again. And right, Vaughn? Never drafted
Bro,
again.
bro,
You about to
it's
rescind
not,
that, man.
bro. It's look. I'm gonna tell you guys,
Zay
man.
Jones, God,
No, no, no.
Zay Jones, the only receiver for Jacksonville. 100. Yep,
Crazy,
yep.
crazy, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff right now, man.
Depression ain't Devon. It's depressing, man.
Like, dude,
Because you would have wiped up.
where
You would have
was
wiped.
this, man? Where
Yeah, you.
was this
You
thing?
won. You could have won the league with that. You could have won the league with that.
Yeah,
score.
you would have whooped my ass. Shit, I had no chance.
I'm telling you guys, man. This is what fantasy does to you guys. But this is what I gotta ask, Chris. I gotta ask you this, man. Chris, man, dude, you're
What's
going to
up?
the semifinals, man. You're going to the semifinals. Let me ask you this question, man.
What's
And
up?
are you riding with Dallas Goddard? Are
Oh
you
yeah.
are you riding with Dallas Goddard at tight end Saturday?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's happening. I'm not playing Dallas defense. I'm telling you that much. I already got in my mind who I'm going to pick up on waivers this week because they're still there. And it was one of the suggestions I made already. So y'all can figure it out if y'all want to. But yes, I am not playing Dallas defense because even though Jalen and the Philly they struggled early in their game this week, they were able to come back and still do their thing against Chicago. So I mean,
Mm.
look, Dallas is so wishy washy too. I just it's like they'll probably play up this game and then they're gonna shut me up and then they're gonna make me lose in both of my leagues.
Oh man, boy. Woo.
I know.
Oh. We're gonna see what you're
Yeah.
gonna do, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do, man. I really am. I'm looking forward to
Hey,
seeing what you got
dude, I
going
want that
on.
cash, man. I want that payout. Look,
We need our
oh,
money.
wait. I need my money back. I got bills to pay, man. Shit. I got mouths to feed.
Yeah, yeah, the top and bottom look.
Oh wow, bastard.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
guys. We go into our favorite segment. Keeping with tradition. Who's invited to the cookout, man? We always do this. People who we are gonna praise this week for showing their ass, doing their thing, making our weeks so much easier. And then we're gonna have those who we just gonna kick to the curb like we usually do. That ain't no good for us no more. They just treat us so bad, and we just keep on believing in them, keep on hoping the best for them. They just keep letting us down. So I wouldn't be surprised because I don't know who their ins and outs are. So Davon, who you inviting to the cookout, man?
Man, this week, man, this is so crazy how I'm inviting. Man, I'm going to invite I'm gonna invite Davon Cook to the cookout, man. I'm really gonna invite Davon Cook, man.
That's a good cookout pick.
A member of the team that had the biggest comeback in NFL history regular
Oh
season.
God.
It's like 33-0, guys. They're down 33-0.
Hey, we gonna talk about that. It's that topic. I know, man.
It was crazy, man. But with Dalvin did his thing, man. Dalvin, like, I really want you to come through next week, man, because I'm really gonna need you next week in my other league, man. But this guy, Dalvin Cook, 95 rushing yards combined with 95 receiving yards and a touchdown. You went 95 on the ground and 95 in the air. I mean, not many running backs are doing that type of stuff. So that's something that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely deserves an invite to the cookout. At this point, he deserves a permanent invite at this point because he's been doing so well this
Oh
year.
shit!
He's been doing so well this year, man. He deserves a permanent invite, most definitely.
I'll agree with that too because he's actually stayed healthy this whole season. Usually, Davon Cook gets hurt at some point. He's out like 3 or 4 games, and you'll hear Alexander Madison step in for him, but he's actually stayed healthy, and his health is crucial to the Vikings' run if they want to make a actual playoff like deep run. Are the Vikings capable of winning a Super Bowl?
They are absolutely.
On the right day, any
They
given
are.
Sunday, man, any
They had
given
offense for
Sunday.
it. They don't have the defense, but they had the offense for it.
Oh yeah, well, you just gotta do like the West Coast teams in college, right? Just outscore everybody.
That's it.
But yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
Marque. Oh, you didn't tell us who you kicking out.
Man, I'm kicking out this week, man. I'm kicking out a quarterback. And this is a topic that I kind of want to insert on the fly very quickly here. We don't have to spend forever on it.
Okay.
I am kicking Desmond Ritter out. I'm kicking out Desmond Ritter, quarterback.
He's already done with him. He won games.
I am kicking this man out, guys. Okay.
This man had one day on the job.
Okay.
This man kicking him out for one day on the job, man.
Guys, did you see his statistics in the first half?
Nah, I didn't see the game, so you gonna have to tell me.
Guys, this guy, like, it was crazy. The statistics, man. It was like in the first half, it was like the first drive, 0 completions, 4 attempts, 0 yards. Second drive, he only attempted 2 yards. Like it's something crazy that this guy had. Like in the game, he had 13 completions. Okay, no, first of all, okay, let's talk about this. 26 attempts. He threw the ball 26 times. Had 97 yards passing. That is
most of it to Drake London, right?
Yes. 3.7 yards per attempt. You mean you're only throwing the ball? You're not even throwing the ball 4 yards down the field per attempt, man. Like you got sacked 4 times, and being said. I mean, look, I understand that you are not the offensive line. Don't get me wrong, but guys, look, guys, man, I really want to root for the Falcons, man, and this is why I say that the Falcons don't want it. This is why I say they don't want it. But I have to ask this question, man. Is the Falcons' long-term solution at the quarterback position on the roster that they have right now?
Hell no. Hell no.
That was a terrible pick when they picked up Desmond Ritter.
I mean, you've seen what this guy did in the college football playoff.
Yeah, but he's a fifth-year quarterback too in the college football playoff. That tells me a lot. That tells me all I need to know.
Yeah.
Man, Desmond Ritter, man, this is trash, man.
He's not the franchise. Let's put it that way. He's not the franchise.
No.
But the Falcons gonna Falcon. They're just gonna, they don't want nice things. We've already been over this. The Falcons don't want nice things. They don't. I mean, look, and we're gonna get a little bit more today on topic. We'll talk.
They won't win again until they get a black quarterback. It's the Atlanta way.
Oh man, if that ever happens.
Desmond got some color in him, don't he?
Yeah, the melanin ain't enough melanin.
He ain't got no black magic. That's what Marque said. He ain't got no black magic in that shit.
I mean,
it's been diluted. He said that shit been diluted.
Yeah, man. I'm sure he was raised right, but
I'm pretty sure he was raised right.
I'm just gonna leave it at that before I say anymore.
Ah, shit. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. Oh Lord. All right, Marque. Who you invite to the cookout, my guy?
Come on, man. Y'all know who invites to the cookout. My man Michael Parsons, man, what he said about Jalen Hurts. He's invited to the cookout.
Oh my God.
What he said was all true. I didn't see no lies. I sensed no lies what he said. I ain't gonna go too far because I know it's a topic later on, so I ain't gonna spoil it. But I will say, what he said about Jalen, either Jalen or the team.
Nah, come on.
Okay.
Come on. The disrespect. Continue on, though. Continue on. Who you kicking out?
But the versus bubble. I'm going to vice versa the other side.
All right.
The Dallas Cowboys defense. Listen, I don't know if they're looking ahead to the Eagles or what, but that performance they put against the Jags, if they can't do any better than that, they will not go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
they may make it out the first round, but they won't go much further than that. Because the thing is, that's gonna Dak. We know what Dak can do, but he had him in position, but the defense just can't. They can't hold. I mean, you let Trevor Lawrence come in. Trevor Lawrence looked like what he was supposed to be. The next football god, which I think he's trending that way. So
really,
tidbit for next year, fantasy.
I mean, we gonna talk about him a little bit because look, he's playing the part, man. He's doing what he's doing.
He's playing the way he was drafted to be. I think, and I got a feeling, man, he's gonna be every bit of what we think because he already had a typical size, typical strength. He just had to learn. He's got to learn to lead. That's all. He going through the same phase Jalen went through. Jalen kind of went through it, and now he is just somewhat our MVP level.
Yeah, man. I got an appropriate GIF for you guys, and I'm gonna pop it up real quick because it describes the stages of grief for a Cowboy fan. And I told y'all recently in the story, I found out my dad was actually a Cowboy fan. I didn't know this for the longest. But I feel like every Cowboy fan can relate to this shit. Just give me 1 second.
Cowboys. From South Park Cowboys, man.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I know. Yeah. So let me go and pop this up real quick. Let's get rid of this. All right.
Can't wait with it.
This is for the Cowboys fans right here. The stages of grief for a Cowboys fan. Season ends in disappointment. That's the first one. Then they're angry. I can see that happening. Then they're bargaining. They're like, why? I thought we had the team to beat every team. I thought Dak was the answer. We got Zeke. Got Michael Parsons. Got Trayvon Diggs. We got all this star talent. Then they go into depression because they realize they're never going to get a chance to go to a playoff and actually win a game. I think they've only won one playoff game.
Yeah, about what the last
decade.
We're talking about like 20. We're talking about like what 27 years at this point, probably.
Yeah. And then they got a false sense of hope for the next season. It's like, oh, Dak's not that bad. But then we're right in this moment right here. The season's about to end in disappointment because Dak ain't doing shit. Like this team is not it. It's like they didn't care about the defense, and the defense is starting to let them down. They didn't care about the defense. Yeah. So,
man, Chris,
Cowboys fans, I'm sorry. Just get ready. He's just gonna be like Falcons fans.
Man, Chris, that's crazy.
I don't think it's that bad. Ain't that bad.
Man, Chris, that's crazy. That's crazy that cycle that you got up there, man. Because that cycle you got up there, man, it kind of reminds me how capitulation runs in the stock market, man. Stages of grief, man. You're thinking you got it going on. Depression. The market keeps going down and down and down and down. You get to depression, and it's like,
and then you just get to the acceptance point. You just like,
exactly, like, dang, like it's going down and down. But the Cowboys, the thing is, the Cowboys have to deal with that every single year. Like every single year, they have to deal with that type of stuff.
They haven't won it. It is what it is, though, man. It is what it is. But let's digress from that. I haven't told you who I'm inviting to the cookout this week. So, Pat Mahomes. I mean, it was already understood. You've been already at the cookout, but I need to call you out because you showed out this week. I mean, you did your thing. 336 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing attempts for 33 yards and a rushing touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. I mean, in my league, you got me 32.74 fantasy points, and you helped me make it to the next round. I've been riding with you from the beginning. I defended my choice to get you early, and it's starting to play off at the right time. So, Pat Mahomes, thank you for your service. You continue to be consistent. Hey, as long as you got, you know, Travis Kelce, life is always going to be sweet with Pat Mahomes. Now, when Travis Kelce ultimately has to go, it's going to get real interesting because they're going to have to find a new safety valve. But I think Pat Mahomes is capable of finding the right person to make his stuff work because he's just like a magician. It works. It works. So thank you. Now, who I'm kicking the fuck out of this cookout? This guy has cost me 2 games in my previous league because I put trust in him, and then I didn't trust him, and then he goes off on my bench. Mr. Justin Herbert of the San Diego Superchargers.
Herbert,
get your ass out because you haven't been right this season. I don't know what's going on. I mean, dude, you had 313 passing yards. You threw the hell out the ball. You had great passing, but you had no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and only 2 yards rushing. You went for 10.73 fantasy points in that league I was in. And I was like, bro, this is not going to cut it. You were drafted in your position to be a stellar quarterback, and you have failed this season. You've had like maybe 2 or 3 games close to 30 points and above. Like, we can't trust you. You're an inconsistent quarterback. Like, you're not a instance. No. You're not a start quarterback. Set it and forget it. Pat Mahomes, set it and forget it. Jalen Hurts this season.
Whoa. Now you talking crazy now, man.
Pat Mahomes, set it and forget it.
No, you talking that this man ain't a set it and forget it quarterback. By Herbert. Herbert is a set it and forget it quarterback.
Without his weapons, he's not a set it and forget it quarterback.
He's still a set it and forget it quarterback.
Marque, let him finish his soliloquy.
Right,
let him finish his soliloquy.
Thank you, Brother Vaughn. Thank you.
Let's see what he's going to say.
Look, you struggle against the second worst pass defense in the Tennessee Titans this week. This was supposed to be a cupcake game for Mike Williams, Josh Palmer, your granny, your mama, your uncle, your everybody's supposed to get a fucking touchdown in this game against the Titans. Their defense sucks, except for the rush defense. Pass defense is awful. I still think he is a little bit hurt, to be honest with you. I mean, I still think he's still suffering a little injury. He's been working through it this season like all players do. But he does not look like the Justin Herbert that I saw last year that made me want to draft him in the position I drafted him in that league. Like, I drafted him like number 4 or 5, 5th round, like the 4th or 5th round. Like, I had a lot of faith in him. It's like, I could just set you and forget you. But he hasn't been right since like game 2 or 3. And I've just been, disappointed. And then he loses. He doesn't have Keenan Allen for pretty much the whole season. Keenan Allen didn't exist this season. Let's just be real. Mike Williams did what he could until he hurt his ankle, and he just been struggling since. So, hey, I stick with my look. I've given Justin Herbert multiple times. We've talked about this every week when I talk on Sunday. I'll send a text, Gino or Herbert, and Marque always says Gino. Davon's always said Herbert. I
Mhm.
went with Herbert the first time. He fucked me over, and I lost this game just because of him. I lost that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to Marquis. I'm going with Gino. That game, he goes the fuck off, and he has like 12 more points than Gino, which is what I needed to win that week. So I have hurt feelings. I'm going with my feelings, not statistics, right now with Justin Herbert. I am breaking my own rules, guys. I'm breaking my own rules. Justin Herbert, I cannot draft you again. I can't.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
believed in you. You let me down in ways I can't come back from.
Okay. 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 Now that you've gotten it all out, this is this is what I want to ask you, and this is what I want to ask you, and this is how I want to frame it. Okay.
Okay.
We talk a lot about damage. Is it a damaged stock? Is it a damaged
hmm
company?
hmm
Question question that I have is two-part question.
Okay.
Which one is Justin Herbert, and does the underperformance that he's had this year give you an opportunity to grab him at a discount next year?
All right. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a damaged company more than anything because I think he's even though I just said all the shit I just said, I think he's a more than capable quarterback, right? He has the flashes of greatness. He's shown it the last 2 seasons being the head quarterback. You know, it's there. It's just he didn't have the weapons to stay on the field. Keenan Allen is his number one safety valve. And Keenan Allen was gone until what, week 12 or 13? He
Something like,
barely he just yeah,
yeah, I
he just got on the field
look,
like,
look, I
two or
know.
three games ago. And
Look,
so like
look, I know I had him on my team, Chris. No, he wasn't playing. He was
sorry,
on the bench.
sorry. Salt the wound. Salt the
I
wound
know
right there.
exactly what Keenan Allen was or was not doing. 100%.
But I'm just saying, like, he made it work with, Joshua Palmer, who's the other guy? I got
Mhm. Carter, DeAndre
yeah,
Carter.
DeAndre Carter, he made it work. He
You
made it work
know,
with Mike Williams until he could. I mean, Gerald Everett didn't do what we would thought he would have done,
yeah, he would
step
come
in.
in. Everett would come in every now and then, man. Every now and then he'd
Yeah.
come in and
I
do
mean,
something.
he did his thing for Eckler, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's the company more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, he put him on a different team, I think he would have performed better, even with the injury he had to his ribs earlier in the season. So I haven't lost faith completely in Justin Herbert. Obviously, he's a good quarterback. It's just this season has not gone the way I would have thought for the Chargers, especially with all the weapons they have there.
Yeah. So pretty much what you're saying is that you believe that Justin Herbert is a great executive. He's a great team member on a bad company. Is what you're saying.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I think the Chargers are missing their window of their chance. It's like I think it's almost shut to where you're probably gonna have, bro.
No.
But
Yeah.
you gotta think about it now. These guys are in play. Are these guys right? If the season in it right now, they'd be in the playoffs. So we have to kind of put that into perspective at the same time.
But do you see them winning?
I mean, dude. I mean, they beat the Dolphins. They beat them. They beat them head to head. So I
Okay.
mean, I
And
mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, that really has to count for something. Like, it has to.
They can
nah,
do it.
nah.
We
I
started
don't think
loving
so.
all that when they have all their weapons, and they got them all now. They got them all back. Look,
We'll
it's
see,
gonna
man.
take. Look, you gotta understand, it's gonna take a few games for them to get jail again. They weren't gonna just pick back up and just start playing, Pro Bowl football again. They gotta learn to play with each other again, and they got enough. They're already in the playoff hunt now. They're right now, like you said, in today, they're in the playoffs. So long they can keep their head above water, they got time to figure it out. They can hit the ground running hard when it's time to go when it's playoff time.
You better have that Eli Manning magic running
Like
through
this.
there.
I don't want to play. I wouldn't want to play him in the playoffs. Let's put it that way.
We gonna see.
I wouldn't want to play him.
I'm a mixed feelings about the Chargers, man. I'm a mixed feelings.
But even in general, I think their future is bright, man, because I think Keenan Allen, he's trade bait. He might not even be there next season. They could easily get a younger piece to come in.
Who would be a? Oh man. Maybe they can get one. Maybe they can get lucky. Get a.
Even they pick up even they got Darius Slayton from the Giants. He'd probably upgrade over some of those boys there. And
we need to figure out. We need to figure out whose contracts are in. And then that'd be a good speculation game to see if they go for another wide receiver or they kind of try to stick with what they got.
I think they're gonna stick with what they got because they got a lot on the roster right now. I mean, they still got Carter, like you said. They still got
Josh Palmer.
Who got Palmer?
Yep.
So they've been in the fire, so they know what they got with him, and they can win games with him. But how can you mesh it all together to make it work?
Yeah, that's the question. We're gonna have to figure it out. But he's on my bad side, man. I can't trust him.
Would you draft him next season?
Not in the position I drafted him in this season. He'd definitely be like in a 8th or 9th round pick if he can make it that far. Definitely be a lower pick.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Enough of me being in my feelings. Let's move on to our next segment. Topics of the week. Now, this is where we talk about games, drama, everything else under the sun that's happened in the NFL space. And man, we got some drama in this week. It's been an interesting week. Now, I always crap on the Cowboys, and we just did a little bit earlier in our other segment, but this is the question I got for the guys. Are the Cowboys finished after the horrible overtime loss to Jacksonville? Because I just don't see it happening, man. You can't beat the Jaguars. I know the Jaguars are clicking right now. They're starting to click. Trevor Lawrence is starting to sling that thing. He found his receiver in Zay Jones. The safety valve and Christian Kirk whenever he can get open. I mean, freaking, he went off with goddamn, what's his name? The tight end.
Oh, Evan Ingram.
Yeah, he went Evan Ingram last week. He went the fuck off with him. Just like he's got the weapons, Travis Etienne.
I think, man, dude. I think that Lawrence and Etienne connection, they're good. They're gonna be.
I know.
I
know. But it's just with the Cowboys. That's the main question. It's like, are they finished?
No. Not by a long
Why don't
shot.
you think they finished, Marque?
Not by a long shot. Like I said, it's the NFL, man. I mean, everybody's good. Even the Texans are good. Personnel wise. Now, as a team, you might not be good, but everybody on the field is good. So at the end of the day, every squirrel can find a nut. Now, I don't think Jacksonville's a lucky squirrel.
Okay.
I think they can hold their own. So I think they just call Jacksonville at a prime time right now. Like I said, Jacksonville, they starting to figure themselves out. They know their personnel. Everybody's starting to gel at their perfect time. Now, I'm not saying Jacksonville for to be playoff bound. I'm not going that far yet. But I will say that they're clicking at the right time. They can either make some noise or they can be spoiler for some teams. But the Cowboys ain't gonna be the team they spoil. It's gonna be somebody else. But I think really this is actually worse for the Eagles. Since they play the Eagles next week, right? The Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's the game.
So I think they was looking ahead. So now I think they'll come with a chip on their shoulder, man. I think the defense will have something for Jalen Hurts, man. So I think honestly, man, I feel like the Eagles gonna lose next week to the Cowboys, just based off this loss that happened to the Cowboys this week.
Whoa,
that's my hot take, though.
You got that much faith in Dak?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought Dak got something to prove too. They nobody talking about Dak. They talking about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, because Dak ain't done.
Yeah, and then that's gonna work to his favor.
Dak ain't done jack in
We
in
know
the
he's better
season.
in the underdog role. I don't know if you noticed that.
Mm,
So,
I lost faith in him too. But go ahead, Davon. Speak your
Mhm.
piece.
This
You
is
think the Cowboys finish?
look. This is what I'm gonna say. Okay, I don't. The first thing I'm gonna say is I do not think that the Cowboys are finished. The first thing I'm gonna say. Um,
Okay.
the second thing I'm gonna say is this Jacksonville loss doesn't look as bad as what people are making it seem. Okay. The Jaguars, they don't have the best record. Okay, they're 6-8. They're 6-8, not that good. But guys, these guys are only one game back in the division. One game back. These guys can make the playoffs. They got 3 games left. They got the Jets, they got the Texans, and they've got the Titans to end the season. So they got 2 more division games, and they got to play the division leader. So these guys can theoretically still win the division, and these guys are playing pretty good right now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's and they lost the game at home. Like it's not the worst loss that the Cowboys have had this season. It's just the Cowboys, for some reason, they're having trouble closing out games. Like they were up by 2 touchdowns in this game. They lost. They were up by 2 touchdowns against the Packers. They lost, right? For some reason, they're having issues on the road closing games. That's a problem, you know? So are they finished? No, because, they're gonna be a wild card team, and I feel like they're gonna be a formidable wild card team. But this is the thing, though. I'm worried. I'm still worried about them just a little bit in that first round matchup because right now, their first round matchup, guys, is up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Oh wow.
and that just
TB12.
just knowing who the Cowboys are and knowing that the Cowboys always do cowboy things and knowing that the Cowboys are always an accident waiting to happen. Okay. This year would be the season to where the Cowboys win 12 games, go 12-5, but the Eagles were right above them. They got the number 1 seed. They were the division leader, things of that nature, and they had to go to the wild card. And you know what? They had to go on the road to play Tampa Bay, right? Again, who they lost to earlier in the season. Now, mind you, that was a different game. That was a different
Yeah.
game, different situation, different storyline. So this game is going to go a lot differently than what that last game went. But I'm telling you, knowing who the Cowboys are, the NFL, man, it would be the type of storyline for the Cowboys to just stink up the joint and just throw up on themselves against Brady. That would be the type of storyline that would happen to the Dallas Cowboys. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. They better not. You better not play around in the first round because if you do, you're gonna go home crying, and we're gonna have another season of disappointment again, and we're gonna be restarted all over.
Look, I can just tell Cowboys fans, just look at what I just showed you a few minutes ago with the circle of grief. Just get used to that cycle because you're about to go through another phase of that shit. Because look, y'all just don't want nice things, man. Y'all just don't want nice things. Y'all have a capable defense. Y'all have a capable offense. If Dak can get his shit together. I mean, look, like Vaughn said, y'all can't close out games, man. Y'all ain't y'all can't close out games. Y'all need to figure that shit out now. These next 3 games before the playoffs start, y'all need to figure that shit out now. Because if y'all lose the first round, Skip Bayless, everybody on ESPN is gonna be making fun of y'all asses. Like every year, y'all are the laughing stock of ESPN. Shut them up. Y'all can do that. Shut them up. CD Lamb, be like Justin Jefferson. Channel him. Justin Jefferson is a dog. And we can't hear you, Marque.
Yeah.
Telling you, man. Was it Dan that's disrespectful?
Hey, Justice Jefferson do the thing though, man. He is clutch. He is clutch mode. All right. Sticking on the same, topic of disrespect. We talked about Michael Parsons, and that was Marque's, you know, player of the week. That's who he invited to the cookout, Michael Parsons. And we're gonna see why he invited him to the cookout. I got a little tape, fair use. But this is from the Von cast. So this is Von Miller talking to Michael Parsons on his podcast. And oh man, I don't know how to channel it through. That was gonna work perfectly. But
just press play.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's not gonna play through the
Oh.
Nah, it's not gonna play through. But guys, if you watch this is basically Michael Parsons said, is it Jalen or is it the team? And that's his whole, on his podcast, that's what he's talking about. Is it Jalen or is it the team? And, they're in the same division, the Eagles and the Cowboys. So that's some real to say right before y'all play them this week. You even got to get your boys riled up. The Eagles going to be like, okay, we need to shut them up. What do you guys think? Is it Jalen or is it the team? And I'm not going to even ask Marque first because I already know his answer. It's the team. I ain't got to even ask him. Right, Marque? Is it?
I mean, it's really the scheme. It's a scheme of the offense.
Okay.
Because yes, Jalen is the he's the headband of the offense. But let's be honest, man, you can plug and play any dual threat quarterback in that scheme, and they go shine like Jalen or better. Yeah, you put Josh Allen in that scheme, he'll shine.
Josh Allen ain't okay. Josh Allen's different. You're making it sound like any.
Bro, you can put
who?
You put the what's that backup quarterback for the Baltimore that's hurt? Huntley.
Oh, so Huntley.
Yeah, you can put him in there, and you get the same results.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an easy
said Jalen is a backup quarterback.
I didn't say a backup quarterback.
No, that's what you said. That is what you said.
The scheme that he ran, anybody can run it. Yes, even a backup quarterback can run that scheme and be successful.
Nah, man, you said the
NFL
is a backup quarterback.
NFL still hadn't caught up to it yet. They will.
You said it's a college style scheme, man. Why hadn't they caught up to it?
It's just like
These players didn't go to college.
No, they didn't caught up. They ain't caught up to it because they don't see that week to week. So it's not like something they're gonna get a lot. Only other team that runs a college scheme like that is the Baltimore Ravens. Mm-hmm. But they slowly evolve. But they're slowly going more pro scheme as the more evolved. I mean, look, this is all the Baltimore's did. When Baltimore won it, when Lamar got his MVP season, it's the same offense, the same type deal.
Then why didn't they have to figure it out? If it's the same thing, can they just?
They have to get it in Baltimore. They'll figure it out. But the thing is, it's different variations of the same scheme. You still got to stop it in the day. You can you can know the plays, but can you stop the plays?
Yeah, can you stop the quarterback who's running the plays?
No. The scheme.
This man that said Jalen Hurts is a backup quarterback in the right system. That's what he said. This is what you're inferring.
Theoretically, yes. I mean, let's be frank, man. Let's be frank. Coming into the season, man, nobody wanted Jalen Hurts. Nobody.
I wanted Jalen Hurts.
You didn't want no
I
Jalen
talked
Hurts.
about Jalen Hurts.
You didn't want Jalen start the season. You would have drafted him. You didn't want no Jalen Hurts.
I drafted him.
He did
I
draft.
drafted him in my other league.
He did draft.
You know why you drafted him? Out of circumstance, when nothing left. That's why you
Nah,
drafted him.
nah, man. I did my research.
So you said he was your first quarterback you chose.
I wasn't paying what other people were paying. It was a salary cap.
See?
I wasn't gonna pay.
It didn't matter.
Look, I got him at a discount. Look, good bones with a discount. That's what. Hey, that's my philosophy.
So you bought him real low. So you bought him real low. You know why you bought him real low? Because you had low expectations of him.
Nah, he was my
That's
quarterback.
why you bought him low. If you had high expectations, you would have spent a little bit more and got somebody who you wanted. But since it's a lower expectation,
I wanted to save money.
Yeah, I know. We know. So you went with a budget option.
But hey, I went with potential and and what their season schedule looked like.
But you know, though,
and I was.
But you know, if we both go to the store, right? You go buy, let's say, you go buy a pencil sharpener from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna buy my pencil sharpener from Staples. Let's see which one lasts longer. Okay.
This man.
Yours might last season.
He Dollar Tree quarterback. He called him a Dollar Tree quarterback, man.
Yours might last a season, but mine gonna last a few seasons and beyond.
Dollar Tree quarterback. That's what Jalen Hurts is. See, Dollar Tree quarterback, huh? All right, Vaughn. You've been quiet over there. You like you had something to say.
Look, man. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna say, man, is that Marque, he's being very facetious when he says things like Tyler Huntley could have run this offense the same way, but obviously the Ravens are suffering without Lamar Jackson. Obviously. So obviously he couldn't come off. So obviously he couldn't go up I-95 to Philly and run this offense. It wouldn't happen. They would be a travesty if he was at the quarterback position. Now, when I look at Jalen Hurts, man, like I saw this video on Twitter, and you know, AJ Brown and the wide receivers, they had scored a touchdown, and they were having a ball. That guy Jalen Hurts was locked in. Wasn't a smile. Dude, the dude is on a mission. When I hear Jalen Hurts speak to the media after games, you know what I'm saying? Marque, he's got Alabama Crimson Tide, right? You know who Jalen Hurts sounds like whenever he's speaking to the media? He sounds like Nick Saban. You know what Nick Saban always says? He's focused on the process, right? He's focused on the process, the game. He's not really truly worried about everything that's been going on, everything that was said about him, things of that nature. The guy is on a mission. He's on a mission to prove people that, number one, he can play quarterback, and number two, he's on a mission to get paid. Like this guy is on the mission to get paid. I'm telling you, man. Jalen Hurts, look, I'm gonna tell you this right here. AJ Brown, look, AJ Brown, great receiver. Devontae Smith, great receiver. Dallas Goedert, great tight end. Like, you know, Miles Sanders, he's actually 1,000-yard back for the first time in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got a great offense, 100%. But this is the thing, though. You have to have great weapons to be successful. You have to have great weapons. Josh Allen has Diggs. He's got Gabe Davis. He's got Dawson Knox when he feels like showing up to play. He's got Singletary. Like, every single quarterback is going to have weapons to be able to utilize it and play good ball. Yeah. But you know, I'm telling you, man. Look, and you know, and let's go back to what Michael Parsons said, man. Like, why would you give a team bulletin board material a week before you play them? Why would you do that? Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, okay, like, look, you're at home. Yes, you're at home. You know, Jerry's world. You know, you're at the crib, so you think you're okay being at the crib. But the problem is that you got some guys, you got some dogs coming down there trying to get you. So it's like, why would you give a team bulletin board material? Because it's kind of like you're asking the question, oh man, is it Jalen Hurts? Oh, is it the team? It'd be real funny if the team destroyed you. It'd be real funny if the team
at
just
home
floor with you.
They just shit on your carpet, piss on your rug.
If the team destroyed you, it would be very, very unfortunate if the team destroyed you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I said, man. Like I said, look, I'm telling you guys, people are not believing in Jalen Hurts, man, but God did. And I'm telling you, at the end of this season, man, you are going to see a big contract. Jalen Hurts. Look, man, the soundtrack of Jalen Hurts, bro. Jalen Hurts is playing God did Jay-Z all day long. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne. He's playing that in the locker room all season long. He's saying, man, y'all don't believe me, but God did. I promise you. That's what he's on a mission for.
And then you gonna play this. You can hate me now. Hey, but I won't stop now. You can hate me now. You can hate me now. Hey.
I mean, let's be honest, man. This guy is going to be an MVP. Like, this guy is having an MVP type of season. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yep.
The guy's going insane out here. It's crazy.
Literally, he put his team on his back this last game. He was doing awful. Let me get it wrong. It was going haywire. And he put the team on his back.
Look, man, people were not talking this trash about Pat Mahomes when Pat Mahomes had Tyreek Hill. And he had, Travis Kelce. Like, he had all those guys on the team at the same time. Nobody was saying, oh, man, Pat Mahomes, bro, hey, man, look at the team.
Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt. All these, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Like, give me a break here, guys. Give me a break.
Look, I agree with you. Look, when the MVP trophy is presented, we gonna all just watch it together. How about that? We just gonna watch it when they give him his glory. We can watch it together, and then are you gonna believe in Marque?
I won't believe it until he wins the playoff game. I told you
that. Okay, man.
No
convincing this man.
Hey guys, guys, we're really gonna have to wait until the playoffs, man, to see what happens. Just gonna have to wait. Jalen Hurts is really gonna have to win a Super Bowl for this guy to believe that this guy can actually play quarterback. He's got
Davon, did you ever think we would have to convince him this hard of an old Bama player?
Dude, that's my
never
thing.
in my wildest dreams. It's like never in my wildest dreams.
and that's the thing, dude. It's like, dude, you're bringing like what's the quarterback's name in the Commanders? Like, you're bringing Hinkie into this conversation.
He can be great in that offense. Hinkie will be awesome.
Oh, shut up! We stopping this. Stop this blasphemy right now. Stop this right now. Stop this right now. No, we're not even entertaining this. I'm not entertaining this. Nope, we're moving on to the next topic. I'm not entertaining this.
I hope not.
He's trolling. He's trolling right now.
No, man, I'm serious, man.
No.
I told you guys, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
You smoking rocks? You smoking rocks over there, man?
No, sir.
Did you do something in Vegas when you over there, man?
No, sir. No, sir.
I was like, some in your system, boy, because I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this today. All right, last topic, and this is a funny one because it just so happened to be Matt Ryan's day, man. He just can't catch a break. Like, I think he has worse luck than Jim Kelly at this point. Like, for quarterback. And if you guys don't know, Jim Kelly was the Buffalo Bills quarterback in the early 90s. He went to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost every goddamn one of them. Every goddamn one. He couldn't win one Super Bowl in 4 tries.
Hey, man, if you remember, it's a tough team, man. Tough team you've been against.
Nah, man. You can't say you can't win one game in 4 times you go to the Super Bowl.
It's like the Utah Jazz to the Bulls, man. Hey,
it wasn't the same team, though.
Look, man, look. At least Jim Kelly went to the Super Bowl 4 times. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy, Matt Ryan, went 1 time and had the worst Super Bowl comeback that happened to him on his watch.
So this was funny, and I shared this with the guys today. This was on ESPN, Matt Ryan. And we all remember that game, that nice Super Bowl. They were up 28-3 with third quarter with 2:10 left. And this is what the game ended up being like. in overtime. No nice confetti. He looking off in the stars like, damn, this is pretty, but it ain't for me. Now look at this dude right here. Same dude, a little older, think a little wiser. 33-0. Third with 8:26 left. You think this game is over with if you're a normal person. But this is how the game is. Like, seriously, the biggest comebacks in the regular season and the postseason happens with the goddamn same ass quarterback on two different goddamn teams. Now, this is my question. Should Matt Ryan should have retired like immediately after the game? Because I would have. I would have just been like, look, apparently the football guys don't want me no more. They don't love me. Like on Baby Boy. Jody, you don't love me no more. That's basically they don't want him in the NFL. Matt Ryan should have got to that podium and says, I have retired from the game. Thank you for watching me these many years. I appreciate your fandom. And just walked off into the sunset. Never play another game again. But for real though, do you think Jim Irsay should just clean house for real, and like just get rid of everybody after this embarrassment? Because I can't look. If I'm the coach, I can't look at anybody. If I'm just Saturday, I can't look at anybody after this game.
Let me tell you what I think.
Go ahead.
Back to the Matt Ryan piece.
Yeah.
From his Falcon days into now. All this result though, is bad coaching. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like he just unfortunate to be the quarterback for each one of these.
He's the jinx. He is the jinx.
It's just bad coaching, man. Even with the Falcons, all they had to do was run the ball, man.
Kick a field goal. Kick a fucking field goal. Run the ball and kick field goals.
Run the ball is gonna burn clock. Because at some point, if you just run the ball and just play ball control, you could have won that game. Same thing in this game with the Colts. But the problem is Colts are going to run a game right now, so they kind of hurt them. But still, you up 33-0. I mean, please just run the ball. Just run the ball. That's all you got to do. Run the ball and play with the clock. They only got 3 timeouts. That's all you got to do is run the ball.
Okay, stay in bounds, run the ball. Stay in bounds.
Run the ball. Don't snap the
just
ball.
Run.
Look, if I was a coach, I'm telling you, I ain't snapping the ball to that thing 1 second. We snap. I don't care the defense know it. I'm snapping on 1 second. Catch me if you can. But I know the NFL is a running clock when you run the ball. They're just gonna keep running. Just keep running the ball. But it's just a failed attempt. And then secondly, should Jim Irsay clean house? Yes, because they had no business hiring Jeff Saturday as the head coach anyway. So yeah, you might well clean house. You look suspect when you hired him. Like it looked like entitlement all over. I mean, it smelled of entitlement.
Yeah,
I'm just hiring him because he's my boy, and he helped us win a Super Bowl. No, he helped you win shit. Peyton Manning won that Super Bowl. Yeah, I know he snapped you the ball and this and that. Peyton Manning won that Super Bowl. I guarantee Peyton Manning on that team and Marvin Harrison on that team. You ain't winning no Super Bowl.
Nah.
So it ain't happening.
All right, God.
Man, guys.
You've been patient over there. You've been patiently waiting.
Man, guys, Matt Ryan. I've been following this guy for a while. Quarterback out of Boston College. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good quarterback at Boston College. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good quarterback. Got drafted, went to the Falcons. Dude, that was when the Julio days, man. Y'all remember those Julio days, man, with the Falcons?
Yeah,
Julio was just getting like 30 points in fantasy, like just going insane. Like, the Falcons, they had good records, losing the playoffs. Had good records, losing the playoffs, right? Made it to the Super Bowl. Wasn't that Super Bowl in Atlanta? Wasn't it in Atlanta? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
In
yeah.
Atlanta?
That was when Mercedes-Benz
Yeah.
Stadium just opened up
Yeah.
that year. So yeah, they put it
Yeah.
in.
It's even worse.
28-3. Lost the game.
It's embarrassing.
Lost the game.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk
Lost
about
the
it.
game to Tom Brady, guys. 23. I thought the game was over. Lost.
That game still had almost took me out of even watching NFL anymore.
Dude, I even felt like it was funny because I told you I was at a convention, right? And then we were watching the Colts Vikings come back, and the Falcons, the guy who lived in Atlanta, he was hanging with us. He said, I know it's not the Falcons, but it still burns me right now because it's Matt Ryan. And I'm watching this shit implode in my face, and it just brings up trauma from the night I had to deal with this. And he tells me the whole story of his night of that Super Bowl. Like they're saying the mayor was gonna shut down the whole city. No, mayor was gonna open up the whole city to like 6 a.m. There's gonna be strippers. There is gonna be parties. There is gonna be confetti. The city was gonna go wild. It's gonna be like Freaknik up in Atlanta after the Super Bowl win. It's gonna be Freaknik up in that. That's what he was saying. I was like, and then the impossible happens, and he's like, he goes home to his mom in silence, and his mom's like, "Baby, you okay?" He's like, and he just walks to his room and closes the door and just goes to sleep because he thought he was gonna get titties and ass in his face all night till 6 o'clock in the morning. He hit the Waffle House, but that didn't happen. You know why? Because they didn't run the goddamn ball.
Kill me with that. Finish your point, Davon.
Like finish your.
I mean, guys, like Matt Ryan, man, like dude, like Matt Ryan, like this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, there's certain things that happen in life that you can't make up, guys. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what industry it's in. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what's going on. There's certain things that happen to you in life that you cannot make up, right?
Yeah.
But when they happen, guess what? You got to accept it.
And believe it.
And that's what I need you to do, Matt Ryan. I need you to accept, man, that, hey, man, I can't make this type of stuff up. So you know what, man, dude? I'm on my last team. Like the Indianapolis Colts is my last team. You know what I'm saying? I've made good money. I've had good memories. I've done the best that I could do as a quarterback.
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, you got two painful memories on your record.
That's going to define your record. It's going to define his whole career.
That most people would argue the rest that you didn't even matter. It don't even matter how many touchdowns you throw. It don't even matter how many passing yards you had. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter how much money you made. It doesn't matter how much money you made. It doesn't matter how much you made for the city of Atlanta. It doesn't matter how much you made for Arthur Blank. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Those two losses you got on your, like, dude, I'm sorry, man, but you gotta go home, man. It's time to go home.
Time to go home.
It's a wrap. Like there's nothing you can't do nothing. You can't do anything. Like what can you do? Your team is trash. You're on a trash team with trash management.
That's it.
Like what are you gonna do?
It's kind of like what I just said at the beginning of the segment. We remember Jim Kelly for losing 4 Super Bowls. Not that he was a great ass quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. I remember him as the guy who lost 4 Super Bowls, no matter what his records are. Matt Ryan, we will always remember you as the guy who blew the Super Bowl and blew the biggest comeback.
But Chris,
in regular season history.
But Chris, I'm not going to put Jim Kelly in that. This is different, man. This is different. Like Jim Kelly, dude, you're straight with me. You good with me, Jim Kelly. No, it's him. It's Matt Ryan. No, stop putting stain on Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly's a Hall of Fame quarterback. No, stop doing that, Chris. This is Matt Ryan.
I bet he still got nightmares though. Bet he still has nightmares.
He does, but at least he went to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Right.
He only went 1 time and lost in that fashion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the problem that he's had. Like, man, dude, everybody has always, Matt Ryan has always been a guy that has had a question mark at the end of the day. Let's just be honest. We've always had a question mark about this guy. Let's just be honest. And so I'm telling you, man, these two losses, it's a summation, guys. You know, when you talk about Matt Ryan, the NFL quarterback, man, guys, 30 years from now, we're going to be like, man, guys, you remember that guy, Matt Ryan, quarterback? He was for the Falcons, man, and he played for the Colts. And when you're telling your grandkids or whatever about this guy.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this right here.
That's all you got to say, guys.
This is his legacy right here.
It's like, guys, we don't even have to mention, that he played with Julio Jones, guys. We don't. We don't even have to mention that, guys.
It'll be a Drake trivia question one day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all you got to do is show that post right there, and that's going to tell you everything that you need to know about Matt Ryan's career at the end of the day. And hey, it is, bro. There's certain things in life that you can't make up, man.
Right.
Can't make it up.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we've run this one. Sorry, Matt Ryan, but you need to retire.
It's time to go.
So, week 16 games, man. We got the week 16 games coming up, man. You know, hey, look, I already talked about what my game is. I chose before you guys. You know, it's got to be the Philly and Cowboys game. That's my game of the week, man. You know, hey, I've been right up. Hey, look, I've been a Jalen Hurts fan from the beginning, and I have not denied it. I think, you know, he's hurt right now with a shoulder injury, but, you know, I think he's gonna pull it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think
here come the excuses. Here they come.
Nah, I think he's gonna pull it out. I think. Hey, look, he go. This is his MVP performance. I think this will define the MVP right here, and he's got something to prove. Like Vaughn said, everybody's been talking shit about him, including Michael Parsons. He's gonna have his thing to say this week, man. Look, that's what I'm thinking. You know, that's just my take. That is just my take. But all right, Marque. So I chose, you know, Cowboys and Eagles. That's the Saturday, man. It's a bunch of Saturday night games, man. Saturday, woof. We got a lineup, boy. What you feeling?
Honestly, I don't know why you got this up. It's only one game that matters. This is the Eagles Cowboys. That's the only game that matters this week. It is. I'm legit. I'm just being honest. It's the only game that matters.
Let me go back to my bad.
It's the only game that matters.
You don't want the Lions Panthers?
Nope.
No Seahawks Chiefs?
Nope.
No, I ain't gonna say their names.
So
we didn't trash them.
It's the Eagles Cowboys. It's in Jerry's world. So
and it's a Jerry world, man.
It just means
magical things.
It just means more.
Magical things will happen in Jerry's world.
No game that matters. I think.
All right, Bob. What's your take? What you got? What you got? You think Cowboys gonna pull it out, Marque?
Yeah. I already said that they're gonna pull it out.
All right, Bob. What do you think? What's your? I'll give you allow you the choice of it, but you know, are you just gonna stick with Cowboys, Eagles, or you got another game that you want to?
Look, guys. I've been looking at the games for the week. I'm looking at what's going on, guys. Okay, guys. Saturday's gonna be Christmas Eve. You know, people gonna be with family, you know, with your friends and stuff like that, you know, hanging out. The only game that I got time for is the Eagles and the Cowboys. I don't got time to be watching anything else. I mean,
right.
You know, 325. We'll spend 3 hours. We're gonna watch this game. You know, before you're gonna be with the fam, playing games, whatever. Game. After that, we get back with the fam, doing what we need to do. This is the only one I got time for. To be completely honest,
that's it.
Yeah. Short and sweet. All right, that works. Hey, you know, look, I'm gonna pop open a bottle of whiskey that I got my dad. We gonna sit there. We gonna sip on a little whiskey and watch the game. Talk some shit. Talk about real man things, and hey, quality father son time. That's all it's gonna be. But yeah, man. Hey, Eagles, Cowboys, please do not disappoint with this game.
Please.
I want it to be a juggernaut game. I want it to be like the Bills Dolphins game was this past week. A back and forth struggle. I want that. Jalen, this is your MVP moment. If he beats if he beats the shit out of the Cowboys, he getting MVP. If he beats the stuffing out of them, he getting MVP.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. This game is too hyped up. I mean, if he just destroys them, it's going to be MVP. Especially in Jerry's world, man, they might as well just hand him the trophy.
Boy. I can't wait to see the long, low face on y'all faces, boy. When the mighty Cowboys pull this game out, especially Chris, boy. Especially see Jalen Hurts with, 21 for 39, 2 picks, 1 TD.
21 for 39.
1 fumble.
Nah, you know what he's gonna do? He gonna run for 150 yards, throw 3 touchdowns.
He better, because he better get his pass off. So he better run.
Because Michael Parsons hungry. He hungry.
Yeah, he better run. You better not lock up with Parsons. It's been night for him. Night.
Yeah.
Chris, are you still alive in that league with Jalen?
Yeah. I got to play the other black guy in the league this week.
Black on black crime, huh?
I'm telling you, man, this dude, Chris, man, this game is going to mean a lot, especially for you. Like this game is going to mean everything, man. Like this game is everything.
Hey, you know what? I got Cowboys in both of these leagues, and I'm definitely not starting them. I can't. There is no way humanly possible after watching last week's game I can start the Cowboys this week.
Would you start Philly?
No, I'm not start. I have Philly in the other league that I did horrible in, but I can't start. I already have. Look at my waiver wire pickups this week. You'll see at least one of the selections I'm going to choose to be a part of my defense, because Cowboys, it could go either way, man. You don't know what set of Cowboys is going to show up. I just don't know. And I can't trust it. I can't trust it, especially the Cowboys that showed up against Jacksonville. Bruh, no, can't do it. Can't do it. I'll be mad.
I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing Skip and Shannon talk trash all week.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Are they talking to each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting game. But guys, as always, I appreciate you being on the podcast, man. Your hot takes, man. This is a banger, man. This is a good one. Hey, look, I'm trying to make it all the way to the last round, man, dude. I'm stressing. Trying to do my research, trying to make the right moves, but man, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride, man. But it's the joys of fantasy, man. If I win this championship,
win and pay us out, man. The win and pay us out, man, so we can get back in next year.
Nah. If I win this championship, I'm getting a shirt made. I'm gonna put a crown over my head over here on this side. I'm gonna enlarge it. Fantasy King, Kang me. I'm gonna put Kang me on
it. The fantasy dunk.
Oh man. Hey man, dude, man. Look, man. Oh, dude, man. Best of luck to you this week, man, because it's gonna be tough for you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hell.
Best of luck.
Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you. He ain't praying on my downfall.
Hey man, look. I say this. Figure it out. That's all I tell you. Figure it out. Whatever you gotta do, just figure it
out. Nah, hey Marque, I'm gonna do like you. Hey, I'm gonna do like you tell Hinky. I'm gonna let my nuts hang, man.
Hey man,
I'm gonna let my nuts hang.
That's why I like Hinky, man. That's what he do, man.
I'm gonna let my nuts hang, man. This week, hey, I just go look.
When I lose, man, he drop him, man. When I lose, man.
Hey man, survive in advance, guys. Hey, if you're in the playoffs, survive in advance. Hey, just make it to the next week, man. You only got 2 more games, but. Like and subscribe on YouTube and IG at the Fantasy Cookout. Like I said, we post out content weekly, so come and catch us. Look, we gonna got to get back on this basketball thing. I'm playing you this week. Marque, I think we the
That's,
ones. Yeah.
that's an L for you then.
Oh, bro, no. It might be. LeBron's out tonight, which sucks because that's a 50 point right
Oh
there.
man, see, I ain't set my lineup.
I set my lineup. I set my lineup before. I set my
man.
lineup earlier.
Hey, you gotta be quicker than that, man. You gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, Alexander got 52 points on the bench. Oh no.
I know how that feels though.
52 on the bench.
It hurts to hurt, man.
Who you missed?
It hurts to hurt.
Who you missed?
It's okay, man. Hey, just lay down, Marque. Lay down. Just lay down, Marque.
House still hurts.
It's a long season, man. This basketball thing. We gonna have to get back on it with our podcast, but this thing is rough. This thing is extra rough.
Your team trash. I should blow your team out.
Nah, my team good. Jordan Poole stepping in. Steph ain't do it. Look.
Steph out. He still hurt.
I know. So Jordan Poole stepped into his role.
Yeah.
That's what it is. All right, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk next week. Hopefully I'm not crying on the podcast. I'm just trying to make it to the playoffs, guys. But till next time, man. Peace.
Peace, guys.